Hello everybody, it's Lucy Wolf here, sleep consultant and author of the Baby Sleep Solution and all about the Baby Sleep Solution as well. I hope you're really well today. I've had lots of inquiries recently about older children and their struggle to maintain their sleep overnight, resulting in them maybe coming into you or looking for you to share their bed with them in the overnight period. And I just thought I would just cover this morning. Because although I know that it won't be relevant to lots of you, I also know that, and we know from studies, that if you have sleep challenges around 18 months, you are just as likely to have the same sleep challenges at age 3 as well. And so that is why we often put a level of priority on helping you help your child achieve and maintain their sleep from as early on as you feel ready to tackle their sleep. Because unfortunately, we seem to see that the sleep challenges don't always go away on their own. So with your older children, who are likely now to maybe not nap anymore. Very often, a lot of the waking overnight is being exacerbated by being overtired. And that overtiredness is historic from frequent nighttime activity for however long it's been going on, broken sleep, interrupted sleep for all of you. And also it can be overtiredness because without their nap, very often their bedtime is still too late in the absence of the nap. So I'll always get you to look at your daytime layout. I will encourage a regular wake time between 6 and no later than 7:30 a.m. In the absence of a nap, I would always encourage quiet time around 1 o'clock. That might include about 30 minutes of sitting on the couch reading books or listening to audiobooks. And actually quite recently, I've been working with Tony's and they have a great little sound box that helps to play out an audiobook for you. And I think it's a great way to help a child to stay and listen to something and relax for a portion of the day. And then in terms of bedtime, I would normally look at quite an early bedtime to overcome all of the issues that you might be currently struggling with. So I might introduce my bedtime number line where I have dinner around the 5 o'clock mark. I make sure that all drinks, including water, sippy cups of water, sports bottle cups of water, all done by 6:15, and then I might encourage a brand new bedtime routine at around 6:30, which will sound super early to a lot of you, but what we're going to try and do now is find the natural bedtime. So if we start early, finding the natural bedtime is easier to do. So that might mean that we do a 20-minute bedtime routine in the bedroom that your child is going to sleep in, but not in the bed. So I recommend a completely separate space for the bedtime routine in the bedroom. So I create a bedtime zone, might lay down a rug, some cushions, some fairy lights, and in this space we'll do everything to do with their sleep. So we'll take them in, we'll help them get into their pajamas, we'll do the song time, the story times, we'll do lots of connection with them. And it's at this point I also encourage that maybe you try and get rid of some of the things that they typically ask for in this age group. So they might look to go to the loo, so just make sure that you've used the loo before you go in to do the bedtime routine. When you finish the drinks at 6:15, put the drink into the sink or the dishwasher and say goodnight to it, so that you've closed the kitchen for a sleep point for bedtime. And you know, when you're offering that last drink, maybe offer a little snack to say, once we're done and we go upstairs, the kitchen is closed, so that you're getting rid of those I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I need the loo stalling tactics. And then I often use a lamp and a timer at around 10 to 7 that indicates the end of the bedtime routine. And then I might escort your child to their bed, get them to climb into their bed, and then it will depend on where you're at in terms of their sleep needs. If you've been laying in the bed with them, I might encourage you to use the stay and support approach, where you begin to sit beside them rather than lay on the bed with them, and then gradually you can work your way out of the bedroom. And then obviously if your child currently doesn't need you to stay, then I would be proposing that you put them into their bed, you walk away, and then we start to keep a record of what time they achieve their sleep at. So if for example they're asleep by 7:10, 7:20 each night, that's their natural bedtime. If you report they're not going to sleep until 20 to 8 or 8 o'clock, then after a few days of working on the stages to sleep, I might then start to move the bedtime routine out by half an hour so that I start to close the gap. So I create, if I can, like a 40-minute profile rather, between starting the bedtime routine into the bed and then hoping to be. So if it was 20 to 8, I might start bedtime at 7, lights out 20 past 7, and see can I still maintain a sleep within that time frame. And while I'm doing that, I'm ruling out all the things your child might need. So the stay and support approach replaces hand holding or anything else that you might be doing, and then you gradually move through the stages. But the key thing, absolute key thing with this age profile is that when they wake and when they come into you, you come back, you return them to their bed, and then you go with them and you sit beside them again and you use the stay and support approach. So even if you didn't need the stay and support approach at bedtime, you'll definitely need it in the overnight to address the nighttime waking. And again, this is how you gently and gradually modify the expectation of coming into you or you coming into them and sharing their bed with them. So it takes lots of work. In this age group, it takes about 3 weeks for the overnights to start to knit together, for you to start to see less waking, less coming into you, taking less time. And then of course, it takes another while then for it just all to kind of gain further momentum. And as you're doing that, you'll move through my stages to sleep as well. So I hope that's helpful, and I hope that gives you some clarity on some of the small things that you could be doing. And of course, it goes without saying, I'm looking for good outside activity and fresh air. I'm looking for a good balanced diet, lots of exposure to bright natural light, exercise, like I say, and then really good connection with the parent, both by day and for bedtime, and then working on the sleep piece as well in that way. So you can read all about that. My first book, Baby Sleep Solution, covers to age 6. So it's a very good resource if you're tackling older sleep children's issues. And I look forward to seeing you here again soon.